Hello, everybody. I hope everyone's enjoying their weekend, locked in, masked up, and taking good care of their immunity as well as themselves. So it's Sunday, and how many of you, like me, say, I will start tomorrow when it comes to your diet, your fitness, all those resolutions we make saying no sugar, eating healthy, working out. You always tend to say, nah, I'll try tomorrow. So anyway, so what I've decided is let's just get a very sorted wellness and nutrition expert to tell us how we can, take those and take those little steps and to get our diet and health in order. So let me get Munmun Ganeriva Oval on, and yes, sir. So she can just help us put things into perspective, so that try till you succeed. That's what they say, but we all need that little push. So I think she can give us that little push. So I'm just waiting for Munmun to join us. And so she has written a book called Yuktahar, and let's ask her. And also I know Rakul and Tapsi swear by her diet plans, and let's not call it diet, basically a nutrition plan. And so yeah, Munmun is here. So she should be with us any minute, and let's get talking.
Hi.
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday. It feels so good to see you in all these woolens.
I know, yeah. And look at you. आपके यहाँ गर्मी है, हमारे यहाँ बहुत ठंडी है.
Exactly. But it feels good. Yeah. It feels nice and cozy.
And that's why we have all been taking gajar ka halwa and gajar ki chikki and saying it's justified.
Awesome. So yeah, it's so nice to join you, Pooja.
Likewise, Munmun, I've been a huge fan. I keep following you and your Insta lives. But now imbibing the things you say, I always say, as I was just saying in the beginning, is I will do it tomorrow. So we've had this conversation with me, like having sugar ke halwa to aajkal sardiyon mein is like your paros ke wo hi mil raha hai. So firstly, I know everyone's made resolutions saying we'll get our fitness, but then Lori came, Makar Sankranti, everybody's eating. So how do you tell, I'm sure you also have plans to say, okay, I'll start tomorrow. So what is that one advice you would like to give people like me who say, I'll start tomorrow?
There's a saying in Hindi, काल करे सो आज करे सो अब. पल में पढ़ ले होएगी बहुरू करोगे कब. So it's just that, कोई भी चीज जिसमें हमें मेहनत की आवश्यकता है या जिसमें हम थोड़ा सा डिसिप्लिन की जरूरत है, हम उसे हमेशा कल के लिए पोस्टपोन करते हैं. दैट इज a human nature, but we just need to understand that what is good for me. And so the difference between people who are successful generally in life, I'm just not talking about diet, are simply the people who recognize what is good for them and they just do it.
So how do you get that discipline? Like I've been speaking to your clients who are well-known film stars, Tapsi and Rakul, who are completely, changed their lifestyle over, and it's just amazing seeing them. Because Rakul, I remember she gets up at like 4 a.m. to work out if she has a 5 a.m. shoot. She finished work at 9 p.m. She gave me an interview. She said, now I'm going to work out, and because बहुत early morning call time hai. So I know everybody looks up at them also, and they've also, like you also keep saying, eat local, eat healthy. So firstly, explain what Yuktahar means to us, and what are the tips that you tell everyone to start with?
So, Yuktahar is actually, it's a word from Bhagavad Gita. So, I am like, I'm a student of Gita. I have been studying Gita and Advait Vedanta under the guidance of a, proper teacher. So, this is something that I have been doing since many years. And Yuktahar is actually a word that I came across in Gita. It's in chapter 6 of Gita. एंड उसमें ये एक्चुअली बहुत ब्यूटिफुली बताया गया है कि जैसा सब जानते हैं, गीता इज एक्चुअली समथिंग दैट कृष्णा प्रपाउंडेड इन द बैटलफील्ड ऑफ कुरुक्षेत्र, जब अर्जुना वाज इन अ डिलेमा कि भाई शुड आई फाइट, शुड आई नॉट फाइट. सो द इम्पोर्टेंस इज हाईलाइटेड कि यार मतलब बैटलफील्ड पे भी है, बट कृष्णा इज टॉकिंग अबाउट अ बैलेंस लाइफस्टाइल. So just imagine how important a balanced lifestyle is then. that even the God has not kept it aside कि नहीं इसको तो छोड़ो बाद में इसकी बात करेंगे. No, he has brought this into the explanation, and he said that yukt ahar, yukt is basically right, and ahar is food. So yukta ahar is basically right food, and not only right food, then he goes on saying that when you give the right kind of time to recreation, to sleep, to practices like yoga, to food. So basically, right is the word. It's not getting obsessive, but getting very balanced about it. Then you live a life which is, progressive in all aspects. You live a life which is good for your health. You live a life which is good for you in terms of everything. If you want to become successful, if you want to buy a new car, whatever you want to do with your life. So, you become more, complete in all ways if you follow this theory. And मेरे program का नाम Yuktahar, it has been named as Yuktahar since very long time since I started working. So when I decided to write my book, my editor was like, okay, this sounds great. And, let's keep the book name also as Yuktahar. So, here's the book, which is named as
Waiting to read
Yuktahar.
it. I'm waiting to read it.
Yeah. So yeah, so that is how Yuktahar is. Now, if I have to give like ready tips from to people who just want to apply something immediately, then of course it's the 3 R's which I mentioned in the book, which is right quality, right quantity, and right timing. And that is actually what is told in Gita as well. When I say that he spoke about a lot of things, not only food. So what he meant was that don't get into the extreme of anything. Stay in the middle spectrum. Spectrum mein there is an extreme side, the ends, but you stay somewhere in the middle. So you don't have to abandon everything that you eat. You eat what you like eating, that's fine, but don't get don't do it too much कि आप रोज ही खा रहे हो, then it's bad, right? या फिर आप गलत टाइम पे खा रहे हो, जैसे आपने हलवा बोला, right? So there's nothing wrong with the halwa. सीजनल वेजिटेबल है, कैरेट्स, ऐसे तो हम कितना बोलते हैं कि यार कैरेट्स में विटामिन ए है, ये है, वो है, but the moment it gets into the form of a halwa, we start getting fearful about it, right? So carrot halwa, again, it's a brilliant thing. If you see, there's carrots and there is milk and there is nuts, everything is good in it, right? So firstly, right quality is what? Right quality is when you use the right ingredients. So अगर आप carrot halwa में sugar डाल रहे हो, then use the unprocessed sugar, the khandsari, जिसको दिल्ली साइड में खांडसारी बोलते हैं, महाराष्ट्र साइड में खांड बोलते हैं, use that. So then you basically you're using the right quality. Then you come to the right timing. Right timing is basically if you're eating the halwa, don't eat it at 12 o'clock midnight watching Netflix. So you eat your halwa, but you eat it, either after lunch or with lunch. Basically, 11 to 4 ke time pe, 11 to 3, 11 to 4. That is a good time to eat any of these kind of things. And the third is the right quantity. The right quantity again comes कि ऐसा नहीं कि भाई पूरा डोंगा लेके आप बैठ गए हलवा का और उसको खा रहे हो. Again, you have to use a little of your common sense that, एक छोटी कटोरी में लिया और उसको खाया, and I've enjoyed it and I've eaten it peacefully to my heart's content. But when you just go on eating it mindlessly, कि भाई टीवी देख रहे हो और खाते जा रहे हो, you have no idea कि कितना खा चुके हम, जैसे हम पॉपकॉर्न के साथ करते हैं, right? मूवी हॉल्स में हम मूवी देखते देखते पूरा बकेट ऑफ पॉपकॉर्न खत्म कर देते हैं और अंधेरे में ऐसा हाथ जाता है और तब रियलाइज करते हैं अरे ये तो खत्म हो गया. But वही bucket of popcorn, if you bring it, just imagine कि you're sitting in your घर का living room and you're not watching anything, you're just sitting on your couch and you're having that huge bucket of popcorn. Will you be able to finish it? You will not be able to finish it. So that's passive entertainment that we are giving to our body. Just going on munching mindlessly. And then we have no idea of what is the quantity that we ate. So there comes the right quantity. So, halwa ko kharab nahi banana chahiye. It's just that eat it wisely, eat it with using little of your common sense, and you'll be able to enjoy your life and really enjoy everything that you like eating.
And that I mentioned Rakul and Tapsi for a reason is also something that you keep stressing on, even in your book, which I'm waiting to read, is about gut health. A lot of people have spoken about the gut-mind connection, because if you have a healthy, clean gut, this will be okay too. And because due to the pandemic, like your clients lead stressful lives, those who are working are stressed, and also the situation around us is stressing us.
Yes.
How do we eat food? I mean, I know there is enough in our kitchen, eat local, but how do we know that this food is good for our gut and I should avoid this? And I'm sure we all have guts that need cleaning. How can we work on that? What tips can you give us?
See, I mean, I will not say that, eat local, क्योंकि local भी बहुत आजकल ये हो गया. It's a very wrongly used term, because if you look at it, tamarind itself is not local. Imli. There are people who say, like when I speak to farmers, they say, ki, how will you say a tamarind is local? Because कहीं और से आया था. Some other foreigners, they brought it to India many years back. Then even tomatoes and potatoes are not actually Indian. Portuguese or some other people, they got it to India. So how can you? So local, बहुत ही एक, it's a very subjective term. You don't know how aptly can you call something local. But what I rather say is eat traditional. Eat what you have been eating since childhood. Because if you know that this is something that is suiting me since childhood, then suddenly a fad comes and somebody tells you that don't eat rice now, then you should question why should not I eat rice? Because this is something I've been eating for such a long time. That doesn't mean that I should stop eating rice now. So gut health and mental health definitely has a huge connect, like you said, and in times like this, it really needs to be addressed. So when it comes to food, even in times, the culture that we come from, the Indian culture, hamesha we have been told that jaisa an वैसा मन. आप जैसा खाते हो वैसा ही दिमाग रहता है, वैसे ही इमोशंस रहते हैं, वैसा ही थॉट्स रहता है. So it was always said, especially in yogic textbooks, that eat sattvic. Sattvic means that you eat sattvic, you have sattvic thoughts. Sattvic thoughts doesn't mean that you become a celibate or you become a sannyasi, as most people believe. It's not that. Sattvic thoughts is just about thoughts where you're very balanced, you're sorted. Things don't get you aggressive, because life is full of ups and downs, right? So you stay positive throughout. You don't you stay resilient. So those are qualities of a sattvic mind. So what is a sattvic diet? Again, it's not about no onion, no garlic, like what people think. Sattvic diet is simply about eating food which is fresh, which is not packaged, because agar koi cheez packaged hai, then there is a shelf life to it. And if there is a shelf life, it means it's not fresh. It simply means that it's already stale, because वो pack करके उसको डाल दिया है, right? So it's just about eating food which is fresh in your kitchen, which is not probably something that you see on TV commercials. You will never see a steamed rice and a bhindi ki sabzi in a TV commercial. But that is what is great for you. It is not great for the industry, of course. That is why they don't run TV commercials on it. But that is what is great for you and your gut.
And you're one of the very strong proponents of eating khichdi. I love
Yes.
khichdi, and I've noticed that a lot of times you say eat khichdi with ghee, with the dahi and the achar. And सब लोग कहते हैं ये बीमारों का खाना है, but they don't understand the simple food actually has got probiotics and prebiotics, or whatever nutritionists like you call them, because I'm not the science person here.
Yeah. So yeah, khichdi is the most excellent food. Firstly, it amuses me because khichdi जो है ना, कश्मीर से कन्याकुमारी तक there is a version of khichdi.
True.
There's a Bengali khichdi, there is a Gujarati khichdi. So, you go to any part of India and they have their own version of khichdi. Like the Himachalis, they make khichdi with a black dal. They don't make khichdi with the yellow moong dal. So, there's a different version, but essentially khichdi is basically a grain and a lentil. आप कोई भी grain ले लो और उसमें एक lentil mix करो, and that is what a khichdi is. You add vegetables, you don't add vegetables. There are different versions of it. So why I'm saying it is because there are people who believe ये बीमारों का खाना है, but there are people who believe it's a festival food as well. Like Bengalis, they make khichdi during the Durga Puja. Yeah. If you go to the Durga Puja pandal, they will serve khichdi as a prasad, and people actually come to that pandal only to eat that khichdi. Absolutely. So it's a wonder food in terms of taste. In terms of nutrition, it's so therapeutic because you get everything in one bowl. आपको carbs भी मिल रहा है because of the grain that is there. आपको proteins भी मिल रहा है because of the lentil that is there. आपको fiber मिल रहा है because there is some vegetable which is coming along with it. आपको good fat मिल रहा है because there's some a dollop of ghee or a dollop of curd along with it. So you're getting actually everything in just a bowl, which takes minutes to get ready, uh, tastes incredibly good, and is so light to digest that हर एज के लोग उसको खा सकते हैं. So एक बच्चा जो 7 months का है, an infant who is just probably weaning from mother's milk, उसको भी खिचड़ी दे रहे हैं. To a 90-year-old grandmother who is fighting probably some sickness or just her old age is also digesting khichdi. And it is therefore something that I feel is such a wonder food that especially अभी कुछ साल पहले या 1 या 2 साल पहले it was actually given the designation of the national food of India or something like that, because it connects pan India. Like I said, Kashmir to Kanyakumari, khichdi connects everybody. So I feel it's a great food to have. People don't have it because they feel इसमें carbs है, इसमें rice है, and all of those things. But they need to understand that rice is also there in sushi.
True.
Right? But sushi is such a fashionable thing to have. Everybody wants to have sushi, or they would want to have rice in some other form. Probably both ठीक है अगर उस form में है. But khichdi mein they don't want to eat. Again, simply a rice and dal coming together is not the virtue of khichdi, because rice and dal तो ऐसे भी हम खाते हैं ना, like जो भात होता है, steam rice. We take steam rice, we take a katori of dal, we have a sabzi on our thali. वो भी वही है. Ingredients wise, if you see, it is the same thing. But in khichdi, the same ingredients are cooked in a different way. There's a water added to it, there's a soupy consistency to it. And that becomes the highlight of this dish. That makes it very therapeutic compared to a thali of, say, dal rice sabzi.
Absolutely. And also, I'm sure, you come across every day there's a new diet trend. And I will openly say it, I have been through every nutritional, I've practiced every diet possible. जितने साल में जियो मैं उतनी diets मैंने की हैं. Which is like, what do you make of, like, one day there is vegan, one day there is plant-based, one day there is keto, one day there is, I know intermittent fasting is also something that's suggested, but you don't need to go to the lengths that many people do. It's always nice to give your body a break, which is like the weirdest diet trends and things that sometimes you have been faced with, and you want to tell your clients, like, everybody is designed differently, but everyone feels कि उसके साथ work किया तो मैं भी कर लूँ, So which is like, sometimes that you've come across stuff that you want to tell people, please don't.
No, I mean, every diet trend is so strange and so shocking that I would want to, dedicate a live interview with for all these diet trends. In fact, in my book, I have addressed a lot of these myths, whether it's a high protein, low carb diet, vegan diet, intermittent fasting, calories in, calories out, जिसमें मतलब हर calories को measure करते हैं, फिर हम बोलते हैं कि जो calories in है, that should be lesser than what you expend in terms of exercise, the CICO model. Exactly. So I have addressed all of this myths in the book. So for me, I will say each and every trend is so surprising and so amusing and so false that we should just pause and think that what are we doing to our health. See, a good diet is something that stays timeless, just like true love. अभी जैसे ऐसा नहीं है कि भाई like if you see your dada dadi, the marriage they had, I will say that love, at least what I saw as a child, or even, when I was growing up, I saw it was a very timeless love. It was there even when my daddy had nice black shiny hair, and it was also there when her hair turned gray. So to me, if love doesn't change through the different ups and downs of life, then that is what is true love, because it stays unchanged. So same as with diet. A diet has to stay unchanged. You cannot have a new diet every passing day कि आज ये है, कल वो है, आज मैं ये कर रही हूँ, कल मैं वो कर रही हूँ. Because then as a person you will stay very confused. And that reflects in the person's other aspects of life also, unfortunately. Most of the time when my clients get sorted with their food, they get very sorted that, oh, these are the trends and I know what to eat now. I'm very sorted. And I'm just going to stay consistent with just eating fresh and eating traditional and just sensibly eating. I see that they make a lot of these positive changes in their other aspects of life, whether it's their career, whether it's their relationships, whether it's taking a bold step of making a change. They gather this amusing, they gather this strange courage, just because they've started eating better. So therefore, I feel a lot of the things that we see in the world today, even in terms of how people react very impulsively nowadays, has to do with the way the people are eating generally these days. So yeah, I think you should just stay constant and consistent with your food. And जो चीज अगर आपको पता है कि आपको आपके कई जनरेशन से आपके बेनिफिट कर रहा है, right? So you don't have to go ahead and change in the name of science. The science says this because I don't know from where people learn the science also nowadays. There's so much of junk science floating around. YouTubers and influencers and all of these people, everybody is a nutritionist today. So,
I agree.
so it becomes, yeah, so it becomes very difficult to even me also as a nutritionist to keep on telling them that, boss, this is junk science, this is not real science, just because somebody has millions of followers out there on YouTube doesn't give him or her the authority to talk about these subjects. But that's the world we live in, unfortunately.
Interesting you said that. Like I told you about my thing, I love sugar. मैंने रात को अच्छे 7:30 बजे खाया था गाजर का हलवा का बोल, 12 बजे नहीं था. But like I'll come up across posts. 1 month no sugar. I gave up sugar for 1 month, and this is what happened to me. I gave up bread for 1 month. This is what happened to me. And you invariably click on that link to go and say, "हाँ, maybe try करूँगी. Maybe it might not work with me. Maybe I might need you to design something for me, telling me like I have to start my day with coffee, but I start after I do my workout." And that's what my body is used to. So how would you tell people? Because a lot of people say 12 बजे तक सिर्फ fruit खाओ, उसके बाद आप खाना खाओ और 7 बजे के बाद कुछ मत खाओ. So as someone, everybody's at home, everybody's schedules have got mixed up. What do you think actually are the right times to eat? What would you tell people? Because I'm sure many people are listening to this might want to imbibe some of it.
See, the right timing, I will say what I do as a nutritionist, what I've endeavored to do since, almost 2 decades of my working, is that I have always tried to see what Ayurveda says, because I am, as a person, a firm believer of Ayurveda. I also, have this thing of studying the Vedas, as I told you, the Upanishads and the Vedas, and Ayurveda is actually a offshoot of that. That's why it is Ayurveda, right? There's a Veda in Ayurveda. So for me, Ayurveda is something that I hold very, very dear. I feel it's something that people should, apply in their lives. And then what I do is that I try to see if the science of microbiome, because microbiome is the science which actually dictates everything in your body, from your top to your toe, like your hair, your immunity, metabolism, health, weight, everything, heart health, lungs health, everything, completely. So I try to see what Ayurveda says and then try to see if it matches with the science of microbiome. And that is how this entire philosophy of Yuktahar that I preach and the book that I have written, that is how it has come out. So if you go by the science of Ayurveda, they say that, दिन के जो timings होते हैं वो अलग-अलग slots के होते हैं. Like most people know, Ayurveda has 3 doshas. There is a Kapha, there is a Pitta, there is a Vata. So the 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. is the Kapha dosha, which means that 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. पे जो predominant dosha है, that is the Kapha dosha. Then from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. it's the Pitta dosha, which simply means that Kapha dosha is not the time when you should eat a very heavy meal. So if you want to eat your paranthas and stuff, it is not 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. ka time when you should eat the paranthas, basically not for breakfast. The Pitta dosha, when it comes, which is 10 to 2, which is the noon time, that is the time when you should go for a wholesome, hearty meal, because that is the time when you will be able to digest it well. A lot of people believe कि नहीं सुबह उठते ही fasting करना. I don't advocate that again, because when I try to match this to the science of microbiome, it clearly said that you need to follow the circadian rhythm diet. The circadian rhythm diet is about eating with the brightness of the sun. So there again, they said the same thing that Ayurveda says, but it's just that they had a different name to it. So they said that, sunshine morning mein kam hota hai, obviously 6, 7, 8 a.m. is a very low sunshine. So eat a light food at that time. Noon time again, 12-ish, 12:30, 1 o'clock is the time when the sun is at its best, it's the brightest, it's the hottest. So you have a little more substantial and wholesome meal at that time. So this is exactly what Ayurveda said, just in a different language. So keeping that in mind, I always say that you wake up, do not fast, utte hi, give something to your body, because that is how your body will be alerted to know that the day has begun and they have to, start their whole system all over again. So wake up with something very light and warm. So don't wake up and start eating laddus and everything. Wake up and maybe just a nice cup of warm drink, which is not tea and coffee. Again, a lot of these recipes are there in my book, but these are all time-tested recipes of how you can kickstart your day. So wake up with that. Go for a light breakfast, which can be like a kanji, a porridge, some sort of dalia, some sort of khichdi, a very nice, light, comforting bowl of breakfast. And then lunch should be 11 to 1, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. इसके बीच में lunch हो जाना चाहिए. Do not delay your lunch. And lunch can be like a proper thali of roti, rice, dal, sabzi, chutney, everything. Then again in the evening, eat something according to your hunger. Evening is the time when a lot of people feel a false sense of hunger. Just because your colleague has opened a box of, say, pizza in front of you, you feel, "Arey, main to bhooki hu," and you start eating. So that's a false sense of hunger. That's not true hunger. That's only there because there's a sensory stimulation and you're just eating because you've seen the pizza and your mouth is watering and you feel like, I'm hungry. But that's a false hunger. So if there is a true sense of hunger, you have your evening meal according to your hunger, which could be a poha, chilla, or simply a fruit, depending on your hunger. And then dinner, again, wind it up, with a light dinner. Again, could be a khichdi, kanji, meals like that. So dinners, again, should be light. Again, going by the same philosophy that the sun is not there in the evening. And again, going by the Ayurvedic concept, evening, Raat ka time is again a kapha time, where you should not be eating a very heavy meal. So if you go by this, half of your problems, I won't even say half, I'll say 80% of your problems will be sorted in terms of weight, health, chronic issues. Because we as a society, what has happened is that we eat a very heavy breakfast. Because we feel ki, lunch ke liye kya pata time nahi milega. Most of the working people, they start the day with a very heavy breakfast. And because aapne itna breakfast mein kha liya, automatically you don't feel hungry for lunch till 3:30. And then your lunch is at a time when you have missed the bus because you have missed that window where your metabolism was at its peak. So you miss the bus and you're eating now a heavy meal at a wrong time. And then you end up either having an evening craving of junk, which is pani puri, sev puri and all that. And then if you don't have that, then you either end up having a large dinner because you feel that maine kamaya hai, I'm worth it because I've slogged I've slogged the whole day and, this is worth it. I've earned and I need to have a drink. So this, settle with a drink in the night and then go for a large dinner. Or otherwise, it's either a socializing time in India, unfortunately, dinners. So either you're eating out of entertainment or you're eating because you feel you're worth it. I was having this, you're bored, and I was having this interesting live with Rakul the other day, and she said a very interesting thing कि ऐसे तो we try to copy the West in everything. हमें हर चीज जो West कर रहा है वही करना है. But we don't copy their dinner timings because in US and UK, dinners the tables only they start getting booked at 5 p.m. They start taking reservations at 5 p.m. and 6:30 people are having their dinners. So that is something that we will never copy because it's just not convenient, right? Convenient नहीं है तो copy मत करो. जहाँ convenient लग रहा है वहाँ copy करो. So it's just that. So dinners early hone se, the other side is that you even go to bed early.
Yeah, and you don't.
A person who eats.
And you don't have acidity and you don't pop antacids. True.
Exactly.
No, this makes a lot of sense. Somebody's asked a question for you: is how long should one do intermittent?
No, I don't think anybody should do intermittent. See, we need to understand, we need to break these words, intermittent and fasting. Usko aap alag-alag samjho. Fasting is not fasting. Right? And they said this is how they lived 100 years and this is how we have to live. Simply coming from the fact that if we know something is good, we feel more will be better. So we get so obsessive about it. कि कुछ अच्छा है तो मतलब उसको बार बार करते रहो. अगर जीरा अच्छा है या फेनल अच्छा है तो उसके इतने काढ़े बना बना के पियो कि मुंह में अल्सर्स आ जाए. So we get completely mindless when it comes to food, when it comes to lifestyle. And this intermittent fasting is nothing but a result of that. हम लोग जब fasting करते थे in the days of yore, it was done as a means of, as a practice to teach self-control. As a practice to teach that, okay, boss, you can live without food for a day, but only for a day. It was not done every day. It was meant to teach us non-attachment. It was meant to teach us tapas, austerity. So these were the reasons of fasting. Now fasting has taken the rule of a weight loss and detox and whatnot. But that was not the agenda at that time. So it was done periodically. It was done with a method. It was done in a systematic way. ऐसा नहीं कि मैं आज उठी और मैंने बोला चलो आज मैं fast करती हूँ. It was not done like that. So intermittent fasting should not be done because it's completely not the way we should live. Follow the circadian rhythm where you are eating. जब आप उठते हो तो खाते हो और जल्दी अपना दिन wind up करते हो और जल्दी सो जाते हो और क्योंकि जल्दी सोते हो तो जल्दी डिनर भी करते हो. Remember, fasting should be done only periodically. हफ्ते में एक बार, महीने में एक बार. Depends on what you're comfortable at. आपके घर में अगर कोई washing machine है या कोई refrigerator है, you don't go around servicing it every day. If you service it every day, it will break. True. So you use your common sense at that time, right? You use it for 6 months and then you do a servicing. True. Right? So the same is with body. With fasting, it's a means of self-control. It's a means of also cleansing. I agree. But you don't do it every day.
True. Thank you so much. Looking forward to reading your book. And
thank you
for clearing the myths and misconceptions everyone has. So it's easy. Actually, what you've said is actually easy. And also, since everybody's systems have got all warped, I think maybe we can start from today and imbibe little bit of what you've said. And of course, everyone can follow Munmun's page, pick up that book, or contact her. Best way. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Such a pleasure speaking to you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.